sentences, and given number of words, like we said, it's written in the instructions. For example, no more than 3 words, or an and or a number, 1 word only, no more than 2 words. These kind of clear instructions are given. Then we have to follow those instructions and do not write more than the required words. All right.
Okay.
Numbers can be written using figures or words. What does it mean?
Can be written using figures of um in the Roman alphabets.
Numbers, like for example, the answer to some question is 20, let's say. Now you can
Okay.
write 20 in figures, 20, or you can write 20 in numbers as well. Sorry, in words as well.
Okay. In alphabets.
Yeah, like you spell it and you write it, right?
Okay.
So when it says no more than 3 words and or a number, and the answer requires a number, it can be written in figures as well as in words. So both are possible, both are acceptable. All right.
Um,
Questions
okay.
are in the same order as the information in the passage. Now, this kind of questions, sentence completion will have, they will be in the same order. The sequence will be same as information in the passage. This we have already discussed yesterday. And this kind of questions assess the test taker's ability to locate detail or specific information. Both things are assessed or checked through these questions, detail or specific information. So let's see kind of the example of this kind of question. Uh, one example is given here, sentence completion. Can you read it?
Question 1 to 5. Complete the sentences below. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet.
Yes. So we have 5 questions. We have to complete the sentences. How many words can we write?
Only one.
Only one. Now this is here we have to be careful that the instruction says 1 word only. We cannot write 2 words, 3 words, or more than that. So we have to strictly follow the instructions. And I told you, if we do not follow the instructions in terms of word limit, then our marks or score will be affected. All right. And I told
Yes.
you sentence completion questions, the words that we write in the blanks to complete the sentences, those words will be taken from the text. Okay. Huxley
Yes.
formulated his theory while studying a dinosaur belonging to a group called. Now, the name of this group, whatever it is, it will come from the text. All right.
Yes.
It means, in other words, we can say that in sentence completion questions, we cannot use our own words. Like we cannot replace the words with synonyms. We have to be using the words that are given in the text. All right.
Okay.
Okay. This is one a more type of questions that we get in reading. Next is summary, note, table, flowchart, completion. Now, if you remember, there were same kind of questions in listening as well. We were completing summary, we were completing notes or flowchart or table. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So similar questions are given in reading as well. Let's see what is there. Test takers are given a summary of a section of the text and are required to complete it with information drawn from the text. Information definitely comes from the text and we have to complete that summary. The summary will usually be of one part of the passage rather than whole. So the summary will not be of the entire text. It will be from one section or maybe one part, specific part of the reading passage. The given information may be in form of several connected sentences, and we call it summary. It can be in the form of notes, it can be a table, or it can be a flowchart. In other words, we can say that we will be required to complete a summary, or we will be required to complete notes, we will be required to complete a table, or will be required to complete a flow chart. Now, all of these things can be are possible. They can be there in the exam. All right.
Yes.
Now let's see something more about it. The answers will not necessarily occur in the same order as in the text. Now here in this completion kind of questions, answer cannot be, they are not always in the same order as in the text, as information in the text. However, they will usually come from one section rather than the entire text. It means that the summary completion, note completion, table completion, flowchart completion kind of questions will be from one particular section of the text, and they will not be in the sequence as information in the passage. Okay.
Okay.
There are two variations of this type of task. Test takers may be asked to select words from the text or to select from a list of answers. Words can be asked, the candidates can be asked to select words from the text, okay, or they can be asked to select from a list that is already given. All right.
Yes.
These both possibilities are there. And when words are to be selected from the passage, then the instructions will make it clear how many words are to be used, how many numbers are to be used. Like we have seen, no more than 3 words, for example. If the selection is to be made from the given list, then this instruction is not necessary.
Okay.
And the variations involving a summary or notes, that test takers need to be aware of the type of word that will fit into given gap. This is very obvious. If we are required to uh, if we are required to complete a summary or notes or something, then we must be able to see the blank that we are going to fill in, which word fits there. Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Or is it any other part of a speech? All right, that we will be able to see from that context of the sentence, what where that word is needed in the blank, and is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective or something? Whatever. All right.
Okay.
Because this type of question relates to precise factual information, so it is mostly used with descriptive text. Now let's see some examples. These are two examples of summary completion, and one example, words are to be selected from the text. In another example, words are already given, and the test takers have to select from the given list. All right.
Okay.
Now let's try to understand them. Can you read it?
Which one?
The one on the left.
Okay. Question 1 to 5. Complete the summary below. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet. Consumers often complain that they experience a feeling of dash when trying to put together do-it-yourself products which have not been tested by companies on a dash.
Okay.
In situ-
All right. All right. So we are not going to read it in detail, uh, but just to have an idea, like how these questions will be attempted. So you understood how this summary will be completed.
yes,
Okay. Words are blanks are given there, and we have to fill in those blanks. There are 5 questions in this instance, and the words are to be chosen from the passage. As
yes,
the question itself says, choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. No more than 2 words for each answer means every answer 1 to 5 will have no more than 2 words. It can be 1 word, it can be 2 words, but it cannot be 3 words.
okay,
And in this example, we have to, like we were discussing, we have to be careful which word will be used in the blanks. For example, in terms of parts of speech, what word it is. For example, consumers often complain that they experience a feeling of dash. Now, what do you think? What will be here? A verb, an adjective, a noun?
Feeling of it would be a verb,
Okay.
like they can experience a feeling of disappointment or
Mm,
something.
mm. Now, disappointment is a noun.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So it can be a noun. I think it can be a noun or an adjective.
Okay.
Yes, because uh, they experience the experience the word experience in this sentence is already a verb.
Yes.
Okay, and complain is also a verb. Consumers often complain that they experience these two verbs are already there, so now it can be the blank will be filled most probably with an adjective or a noun. Now the text will give us an idea what it can be from these two. All right.
Okay.
So we will be like we should be keeping in mind these things as well, that in terms of partial speech, what kind of word it is that we are going to write. This is one example of summary completion where the words are to be chosen from the text. And another example that is on your right hand, word list is given. Let's see it. Can you read it?
The
Yes.
question 1 to 4, complete the summary using the list of words A to G below. Write the correct letter A to G in boxes 1 to 4 on your answer sheet.
Yes. Now, how many blanks or how many questions are there?
There are 4 questions
Four questions.
and and 7 choices.
Yes, 7 choices. So it means that some of them will not be used.
Yes.
3 of them will not be used, right?
Yes.
So these are two uh, types, variations of sentence, sorry, summary completion questions. You will find such questions in reading. All right.
Okay.
Now let's see next example. This is note completion. Uh, let's see. Please read the example.
Question 7 to 6. Complete the notes below. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 7 to 6 on your answer sheet.
Hmm. Uh, I think the number of question is written incorrectly.
1 to 6, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's actually 1 to 6. Anyway,
Okay.
this is the notes completion. How many words we can write in the blank?
One word only.
Only one word. Okay. And the sentences that are given in bullets. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
This is the way in which note completion sentence questions are given. Is it clear?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, I,
Yes.
I have a question. The words that are marked as blue, are they for like for giving the hint in the paragraph
Yes.
or some?
Yes. This was these example questions I have taken from IELTS sample test. So there they have highlighted these words, but in the actual test this is not the case.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't highlight anything. All right.
Yes.
Okay, now let's see another example of table completion, how table completion questions will be given. Please read it.
Question 9 to 13. Complete the table below. Choose no more than 3 words from the passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 9 to 13 on your answer sheet.
Yes, 9 to 13 are blanks. We have to complete them. as with listening type listening, the same kind of question we saw there as well, right?
Yes.
Same strategies will be applied. And like for example, question number 9, uh, species is Spanish, size is 1.25 centimeter, preferred climate is missing, we have to write that, right? And in question
Yes.
number 10, same species, state of active period is, sorry, start of active period we have to write. Question 11, same species, number of generations per year is to be written. So we have to, because we are completing the table, so we have to see all the information that is given. It can, the columns, the rows, everything. All right, and how many words are we required to write?
1, 2, or 3 words maximum.
Yes, 3 maximum. All right. Another example is flow chart completion. Flow chart completion is also given. You know what is flow chart,
Yes.
and let's see how it will be done. Read the questions.
Question 1 to 3. Complete the flowchart below. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 1 to 3 on your answer sheet.
Yes. So the arrows give us the idea how the information is flowing, how it is, uh, going, and we are then required to fill in the blanks where they are. Question number 1, for example, this is about how caloric restriction mimetic works. Then CR mimetic, less dish is processed. Now what comes here in blank 1, we will know from the text. This way we will continue, and question 2 and 3 will also complete. All right.
Yes.
Okay, these were the completion questions. It was summary completion in 2 different ways, and note completion, table completion, and flow chart completion. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have type 10, question type 10, diagram label completion. Now, diagram label completion, we noted that similar questions were in listening as well, right?
Yes.
So we have to label something. Relates to a description contained in the text. Instructions will make it clear how many words or numbers should be used. We know this instruction will tell us how many words or numbers we can use. The answers do not necessarily occur in order in the passage. Now, in this kind of question, label completion, answers may not be in the same order or sequence as the information. However, they will usually come from one section. They will not be from the entire text, but from some part of the text. The diagram may be of some type of machine or parts of a building or any other element that can be represented pictorially. So anything that can be given in form of picture illustration, diagram can be given. And this kind of
Okay.
question, yes, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. And this kind of question is often used with text describing processes or with descriptive text. So let's see an example. Here is an example of diagram label completion. Please read it.
Question 6 to 8. Label the tunnels on the diagram below using words from the box. Write your answer in boxes 6 to 8 on your answer sheet.
Yes. And do you understand the diagram?
Yes.
Can you explain it?
First, we have to go for the sixth question and choose one of the answer from the box, then to 7, and then to 8.
Yeah. What does how which information helps you to complete this diagram labeling? like approximate depth in centimeters below surface. Will this help you? Like
Kind of.
0, 10, 20, 30. Now these are centimeters, right?
Yes.
Approximate depth in centimeters below surface. Okay. Now this is below surface, and cowpet tongue is definitely above surface. So this information will definitely help us in answering and in labeling the diagram.
Yes.
And whatever is written in the diagram, the description in the text will definitely be about it. So we will be using both the diagram as well as the reading passage to answer the questions.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Because if you see the question number 7, where it is the depth, how much depth is it?
More than 30.
Question number 6.
Oh, around 20.
Yes, around 20. And 7 is more than 30. And 8 is
It is in around 10.
around 10. So this will help us in answering. All right.
Yes.
And the answers are to be selected from the given list, given word.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So you have understood this kind of question.
Yes.
All right. Next type of question is short answer questions. Now, sometimes IELTS test has these kind of questions as well, short answer. We have to answer questions which usually relate to factual information, and we have to write our answers in words from the text or numbers. Instruction will be clear how many words we will be using. The questions are in the same order as the information, and these kind of questions assess our ability to locate and understand precise information. These are very simple.
Okay.
Let's see an example. For example, question 1 to 3. Sorry. Question 1 to 3 says, answer the questions below. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. No more than 2 words. So, what is another name for Easter eggs? This is the question. We have to write the answer to it, and we cannot write more than 2 words. These are very simple. All right.
Okay.
So these are 11 type of questions that we will get in reading part of IELTS, academic reading.